Well, this is XL, or known as Gimme a Bonsai, and we are going to be talking about the Slave Wraith. The Slave Wraith is kind of looks like the Gundam ground type variants, and I don't know, it's kind of like it's in the middle in a lot of these situations. And as you can see, I'm just using this mobile suit with a machine gun, and there's also the beam rifle. And the beam rifle, you know, it does some work, you know, but it's just, man, oh man, sometimes with this mobile suit I just want to dodge roll, but I just can't dodge roll. Or, you know, I just would love it if it would have a maneuver armor in a lot of these, you know, moments. Now, over here, I'm just using this mobile suit to basically break the legs. And you could basically break legs with a whole clip if you land all of your rounds on them. So that's kind of a good scenario. Now, the thing about this mobile suit is just, I'll basically explain a lot of these things that this mobile suit, you know, it actually, it's a very viable sort of mobile suit, I guess. It's not going to be absolutely competitive, but yeah. Look at this AI. It's just, I feel like the AI is screaming in happiness and wanting to just, you know, get over this mobile suit. But, you know, you can handle the situation good enough with this mobile suit. But I've just had nothing but terrible matches with this mobile suit. Just literally terrible matches. And it's really painful. It's kind of like a grind. It's like I'm trying to grind so much damage onto the opponents, but you know, sometimes it's just not enough. It really isn't. Now, since the shield broke, I have a little bit more faster speed with this mobile suit. And the thing about the Slave Wraith, as you can see right there, when a raid goes for its melee, it would basically resist it, which is really amazing stuff. And the thing about the Slave Wraith, it basically comes out in a manga series, I believe. And yeah, very difficult mobile suit to use, but I'd rather use this mobile suit than the Gaza C 100% of the time. Because I can get out of the situations, I can fight into the situation, I can defend myself properly and keeping a nice distance. You gotta see, man oh man, it's like you have to rely on a very long wait time for one shot. This one, you got a lot of good shots. You could go for like the beam rifle. The beam rifle is, I feel like it suits this mobile suit for what it is and its purpose. It's a recon on this mobile suit, fake beacon on this. It's what saves this mobile suit in a lot of situations. So it's hella freaking good. And yeah, this thing's like really good. And you know, kind of like a sort of cluster of dudes, and then you're just wielding that sword. Now a lot of these moments when I'm using this mobile suit, you know, I'm gonna have to face up against a lot of overpowered mobile suits. You know, I'm gonna have to face like supports, which are really crazy good. I would have to face against like Zuda Fs, the GM Aqua GM, I think. You know, and then I would have to face the gun cannons. You know, I'm gonna have to face all sorts of really good mobile suits. And this dude basically destroyed our support. And this is the Zagok E. This is one of those mobile suits. I just don't want to get close to this thing at all. I don't want to dip my feet in that water, because he's just gonna play with me underwater. Look at this thing go. So wild. Look at him. He was waiting for his chance, going in for the melee, because he knows for a fact that he's got really crazy speed. I got no speed under this engagement, so I am falling back, especially with this mobile suit. Look at this. Resisting. And I'm actually having a very hard time trying to defend myself against a raid. Like, come on. Look at that. You know, like, it's got a really good armament of stuff, but it's not like you're gonna bust a freaking Vasily Zaitsev with this beam rifle all the time. And you know, I feel like this thing is much more better in keeping in mid range. Majority of the time with this beam rifle, I feel like it belongs in mid range with this beam rifle. But man, this thing looks so cool. You know, it's like one of those mole suits where it's just it's so little but not too much, you know. Right over here, players are doing a good job trying to get a nice advantage. Slap the heavy to do a nice reach right there. Good stuff. Look at this. And yeah, I like how it just, you know, drives the whole sort of movement. It's not the same as all the other movement of but the thing about this mobile suit is that it's kind of like a slave to its grind. Like, you have to grind damage, and that's a tip for you guys to know, is that you need to keep in track with the mobile suit's damage. And if you keep in track with the mobile suit's damage, you are whatchamacallit, you can have the whole sort of capability right there. I wanted to approach all those guys because I thought they seemed like they were distracted, but they weren't. Don Barrage did a good job trying to keep me in bay. A lot of players, they don't seem to like the Slave Wraith a lot, and you know, for me, using the Slave Wraith, I think it's alright. I think it's kind of like in a middle ground. You know, it's not as bad as a GM, just a standard GM, and the standard GM is just, it just makes me want to gouge my eyes out in a lot of these certain moments. But you know, it's just, look at this. really, really good mobile suit, especially when you're trying to keep in track with a very good rhythm with this thing. And the movement on this mobile suit, it's got this sort of particular way of movement when you're approaching players. It's got this sort of nice style, like man, I'm just checking out that GM light armor. Man, that thing is so freaking fun, very fun. And that thing's got a dodge roll, especially with the rockets on its shoulders, where you can just dip those rockets on a player. Trying to keep a really, really nice area. This would be a real nice area for a Gundam Unit 4 to launch its huge, big, thick rifle gun, or a Wolf going over here trying to land a heavy. And you know, landing heavies with this mobile suit, I just feel like it's one of the most key aspects. And it's got some really nice speed, but you know, it's nothing to brag about. As you can see, going over here, and this is the only match that I had that was really good with this mobile suit. I think I've used this mobile suit maybe like 20 times, and out of all those 20 times, this is probably the only match I've had with this mobile suit that was good. And I was basically being very, what's the word, very casual. And when I mean very casual, just laying back in the sidelines. But you know, sometimes casual is not enough, and you're gonna see throughout a lot of the points in the video, I'm just like, I'm trying to casually keep a nice distance on players, but they just, man oh man, they just kept on going after me in this thing. You know what I mean? Getting shot, my legs are broke, boosting out of this whole situation. When your legs are broke, it's best to that's another very big tip, is best to boost to cover. And majority of the times, the more you hide in the game, the less damage you do in the game. You know what I mean? So yeah, very painful in a lot of these situations when I'm just using this mobile suit. And I went back into the same map. Missing my shots, and you know, it's like when you miss your shot, you don't get another shot, you know. I was kind of in a very weird situation right there, and I have to fight against, I'm not sure if that was a, I'm not sure what sort of mobile suit that was right there, the Gaza C or D right there. Trying to boost out of this situation. Right there, just had enough to basically walk around and do some work with this mobile suit. And when you basically color this mobile suit, it really throws off the opponents. They just try to figure out what sort of mobile suit is that. That looks a little bit more different compared to the other mobile suits, because this mobile suit's not like very common. Right over here, got right behind this I have to fight against that thing. Hell no. Hell no. A freaking Pell Rider. No way. This mobile suit just doesn't stand a chance against no freaking Pell Rider. The Pell Rider can get a bazooka. It can stagger you, basically. You know. And it's got a huge ass shield. Now, man, it's just a headache. It just really is a headache to use this mobile suit. And I just had just bad matches with this mobile suit. I am just trying to, you know, keep a nice distance. Shot that Gaza C out of flight. I need to practice on shooting mobile suits in flight mode to knock them out, because majority of the times it's just flight mode is just, man, it can be a good thing, but it can be a bad thing. Now, trying to get over here, trying to stay away from that sniper. Now that dude's busting a goddamn Vasily Zaitsev right there. Look at this guy, waiting for me to pop out of that engagement. Trying to do a really nice, dope, sneaky shot. Right there. Trying to stay away from that Gaza C. And, you know, the Gaza C, that thing, just bait the sniper shot in long range and they're gonna miss. Like, you just wiggle like a rapid bunny and they're just going to miss their shot. It's hilarious. Now, when I'm literally trying to figure out who shall I engage with this mobile suit. When these were basically old videos when I was trying to do it. Would I use this mobile suit? Yeah, I would, you know, just for the good kind of standard ways of, you know, a lot of these fights with this thing. Finish that Dullahan right there. Trying to maneuver, trying to stay away from that Zagok E. Beautiful shot by the Gaza C right there. I love the color scheme on that Zagok E. He kind of has that caution, like he's got those caution claws on him, which is pretty damn freaking awesome. Now, I keep on saying now a lot. Man, oh man. There's just not so much to say about this mobile suit. You know? It's basically got, you know, a beam rifle or that machine gun variant. And I have a video of me using this mobile suit with a machine gun. And you know, it's not great, you know, and this thing's got, what's the word, it's got Vulcans, then it's got this really nice flashbang, and you know, I'm giving it points for that flashbang and that recon on this mobile suit, you know, that fake beacon. I'm giving it points for that. That's really good in, you know, in fighting players. But look at this. I have to fight against a lot of mobile suits that just can stagger better than I can do. Look at this Zagok E. This guy is going ham. He's a freaking monster with that thing. Slamming my melee. Want to stay away from the Zagok E. He's just on a roll right now. Look at this dude go. God damn, his color scheme is just the claw guy. Alright. very, very wild right there. And at this point, you know, the game was basically, you know, just it wasn't great, but it was just, it wasn't enough. I was missing my heavies with this mole suit, but yeah, it's just crazy stuff getting pivoted in all sorts of angles right now at this specific moment. And the thing is that I really want to play Gundam, but I just got a goddamn freaking penalty. They need to remove penalties out of this game. I want to play more, but I just can't. Just the penalty system just cuts me off, man. The Wi-Fi, man, the internet. It's like this mole suit's got eyes on top of its head, you know. Now, there's also this bazooka variant, which I feel like this mole suit rocks better with the bazooka. So, you know, you could just basically do the bazooka and the flashbang. You know, so it's like kind of a nice double stagger in engagements with this mole suit. And, you know, you can make this definitely like a 7 out of 10, but you know, I feel like this belongs in a 5 out of 10 type of area. And I'm just using this very, very rare rocket launcher on this mobile suit. Like this rocket launcher is, you know, something that you don't get in a shop all the time, but when you get this rocket launcher, it's pretty good on this mobile suit, and it makes this mobile suit work even better, especially when you're in a group of players with that fake beacon. Oh man, it really throws them off, and it's hilarious stuff. Going over here, my legs got broke. Yeah, very good stuff, that Gundam. Now, I'm definitely gonna give this mole suit a 5 out of 10. It's good, but it's not good. It's kind of like, yeah. It's not like I'm gonna get a beer one day and just drink and then just like, oh, I'm gonna play Gundam to play the Slave Wraith, and I'm going to get the biggest scores and everything. You know, you're not gonna move, you know, heaven and earth with this mobile suit. But my God, it's some good stuff with this rocket launcher. Going over here, this Nemo thought I was one of his team members. Strike them. Look at this. This is what this mobile suit is meant for with this rocket launcher. This rocket launcher is what you want to work with, you know. But yeah, it's very, very, very good. But I don't know. I'm kind of like, I'm trying to figure this thing out. I'm literally trying to figure this thing out. And man, it's so painful that this thing only's got one melee swing. You know, it's got one melee swing. It's got no dodge roll. It's got no maneuver armor. I don't think even got explosive reactive armor on this thing. So, man, oh man, but the movement speed, it's not super slow, you know. If it was super slow, man, oh man, I would have just been, you know, kind of iffy with this thing. You know, you could go in with a bazooka shot and then you can go in with your flashbang. You know, it's a good, nice double stagger right there. A lot of those players right there are just using a bunch of machine guns. My team member is trying to push up the lines, but he just can't push up the lines. They're just literally four enemy players just holding that thing, and I'm trying to go and flank behind these players over here, trying to catch them off guard. I'm trying to catch them in their little tippy toes stancing right there. Good shot right there. Enemy players focused on me. This player with the Blue Moon, I believe that's a beer brand, which is, you know, really good stuff. Going over here. But man, oh man, this thing looks so awesome. Like, it looks so awesome. Going over here, trying to catch up with this mobile suit. Getting striked. Isaac working that huge axe of his. Striking, missed my melee. Would have been amazing if I had a second melee swing with this mobile suit. If I had a second melee swing, I could have handled both of those mobile suits easily, just easily. But it was just one swing, and you know, I'm giving it dropping points because I feel like that one melee swing just doesn't do enough damage. You know, it just doesn't do enough damage to just, yeah. You know, it's got its good things, but it's just got its moments where it's just like, come on, you know. Missed my jump right there. Miscalculated my jump. Trying to get up here. Launched a surprise bazooka. Halfway launch right there. Going over here. Trying to get a nice angle. Artillery. I'm like literally pausing my sentences like if I'm actually getting striked in my cockpit or something. Trying to go over here. Trying to land it. They say I act like I act, but the thing is, it's what goes. Now, when I'm just trying to 2v1 players, it's very hard. 1v1 players, it's okay when you're trying to 1v1 players, but when you go 3v1, it's like where it just struggles a bunch trying to go after this Nemo using that beautiful cannon on it, and the cannon on the Nemo is just it's fun as hell. It kind of reminds me of a Magnella cannon or something like that, but yeah. I'm trying to boost, and this video, I believe this is one where I used the machine gun, and I was hoping the machine gun does a huge difference and this was basically a low tier match, I think. And I imagine if I use this Molosuit in high tier match, they're gonna be like, oh, this Molosuit's using a machine gun, I'm just gonna stomp over him. I'm just like, oh man. Yeah, this Slave Wraith, man. At this point, I just feel like I'm just a slave to this thing. But man, oh man, if this Molosuit had 2 melee swings, or like a crazy ass thrust from the Easy 8 when it thrust, man, this thing would be so fun. It'd be kind of like the Dom, the special Dom, the tropical type, where you just basically ride that thing like a broom. But you know, this thing is just, it's special, you know. It's got that 2 antennas on its head. It's just like, you know what, let's put 2 antennas on top of my head. Yeah, let's put out 2 antennas and you know, trying to make this thing work. Trying to get into this situation right here. Trying to use this machine gun. Machine gun was actually able to just knock out that dude before he can get towards me. And that GM Custom is just one of those crazy hard mobile suits to fight up against with this thing. Got strike from behind. Enemy player survived that artillery fire. I'm surprised that this enemy player survived that, but I don't survive that. And he was right in the middle of the damn artillery. Okay. Goddamn GBO2, man. Funny game. Funny game. Going over here. Throwing out my signal flare, showing them that I'm a Slave Wraith. God damn, look at this thing go. It's just, it's awkward. It's really awkward. It's really awkward when you're trying to fight another mobile suit that has a better machine gun than yours. And god damn, it's just so painful, especially when you're trying to go up against that Pell Rider cavalry. You're trying to go up against the what's that other freaking mold? The Hyzak, that's a support that has a crazy machine gun. I really want to get into the head of that goddamn mobile suit Pixie. I just want to use that thing. I have the Pixie. It just, there's just so many there's so many mobile suits that I'm just using, man. They all feel good. But yeah, this is just definitely a 5 out of 10. Even with the bazooka, it still doesn't, you know, it still doesn't save it from a lot of these engagements. But you know, it does its work pretty well. Like, I give this like a 7 out of 10 with the bazooka, and literally a 5 out of 10 for, you know, basically all the other weapons and armaments it basically has. Trying to get a nice distance. GM Custom approached me, the Pixie approached me. two super fast mobile suits to approach me right there, and I couldn't do anything about it. Going over here, trying to land my bullets, and I don't know why, but I just feel like this machine gun just takes literally forever to stagger. You know, it just a light stagger from this machine gun, it just still doesn't save it for what it is. Trying to go over here. Trying to get the nice finishing blow on this player. I was out of boost. Pale Rider got out of the engagement. I finished. And yeah, that's the end of the story of the Slave Wraith. He basically landed that nice land. I actually have some pretty good videos with the Pale Rider Cavalry, and yeah, good stuff. But yeah, this is basically almost every single, you know, match with this thing. Every single match, I'm just like, oh no, you know, using this thing is just, it's literally an absolute grind. Like, you have to work absolutely hard. You know, not like there are some mobile suits that you have to work, you have to grind your face on you know, the cement, or you have to grind your face on the table, and then you just question your sanity. Going over here, see my players are fighting right here. Funny moment right there. It was kind of awkward. I got away with that. Going to repair my legs just a little bit, and then you just get back into the engagement. Artillery got me, and that's pretty damn messed up, you know. Like, they launched artillery on their on their own guy with the fake beacon, which is, you know, yeah, I think it actually, artillery can still land on you even with the fake beacon on. So yeah, that's kind of a good bonus tip for you to know. But yeah, that's the Pale Rider. Definitely 5 out of 10. Y'all take care.